3 months, and South Africa has banned it. And I'm going to explain to you why that's the case. Okay, so here at Bankers, we working with, as you know, with Visa. Okay, so we generally would have gone through our broker. This guy helped our grandparents, our parents, and now us as adults. That's our broker. That broker works for us, and that broker does charge us a fee. So if this is me or you, we would be tapping our Visa, or we would be going in store to shop, or we would be buying online. And because our broker has a relationship with Visa here at the top, automatically, every time we tap the Visa, our broker, rightfully so, would earn a fee because they created the community. But the community they created is in the fiat world. So that's why you'll find with the banker's Visa card, we are not talking about inbound. There's no fiat coming into the system. And if there was, I won't be on this project because it's very easy to manipulate or people to monetize on money laundering because you bring in fiat in and you're exposing it to the crypto world. The funds we are working with is a outbound currency. We are actually importing the dollars to our own economic hub. Okay, and we're doing this via Visa. So in the KYC process, okay, when you are being KYC'd, there are treasury, there are regulators like FSP that must be involved. Okay, and like I'm saying, here we are not asking for a credit line. We are using a service that Visa is offering. So we don't need to be vetted. When you provide your KYC, you are actually opening up yourself to be vetted, a credit score. So, how does this engine work? This is your crypto earning, and it could be in any wallet or exchange, wherever you hold your currency. This is your Maserati money. And on the inside of Visa, there's a USDT wallet. This USDT wallet is on three chains. It's your ERC20, your TRC20, and your BAP20. There's also USDC, which is running on a USDC, on a ERC chain, okay, Ethereum chain. So basically, we are bringing crypto into a wallet. So what do we know? We know for a fact that our USDT wallet is on the blockchain, and where our crypto assets are is on the blockchain. When we bring facility into our USDT wallet, and that's why I always say, leave your Maserati money where you are. What you want to do is bring in what you are spending. Why? Because your crypto, if you are working in Ethereum, whether it's trade or arbitrage or what we do, blockchain, or even those rug pull centralized projects, wherever you are earning, but you're not earning on a stable coin. I don't know people that work on USDT unless they working in the trade outbound. But we are working with an erratic coin always when we're earning. And our coins right now is on an upward curve. Okay, so saying that it's on an upward curve means we are monetizing. So let's go back to our USDT wallet. So you bring your funds in, and this is you. Okay, you've now tapped at an in store for grocery. You've got $100 or $10 or $1 in your USDT wallet. Nothing happens until you facilitate a top up. This is like a pay as you go card. There's no credit facility, there's no loans, and no KYC. So every time you top up from your USDT wallet into wherever you want to spend, it will automatically give you a direct link to Visa. Now, remember, I spoke about the dinosaur, this broker that our grandparents introduced us to. They did well for us because without them, we wouldn't have bought houses and cars. So, because this is eliminated, it's no longer there. Visa cannot bill you. Where will they bill you? They can't. There is something called CryptoLite. You can Google CryptoLite. CryptoLite is a bridge, it's a gateway between you and Visa. Now, CryptoLite takes about 40 minutes to drop. Just imagine you're at a restaurant and you're ready to tap, and now you've got to wait for CryptoLite to give you the green light. So, Bankers has the liquidity. And don't be fooled by liquidity. When people are working on arbitrage, and that arbitrage says to you, we've got $1 million in Binance, they themselves cannot touch that liquidity. They can't touch the liquidity because it's locked. So even in their rug pool arbitrage, when people can no longer take from Tom and Jerry and give it to Peter and Paul, Peter and Paul cannot earn from the locked liquidity $1 million in Binance. So the difference here is Bankers is not locking anything, but they added themselves as a gateway for liquidity service provision to Visa. The relationship is between Bankers and Visa. They negotiated the deal. They have put in over 42,000 use case already. Okay? The very same way the centralized broker has done it. Except the broker charges you a fee every time you tap. At the end of the month, you see bank charges. Whether if it was at the ATM, it doesn't matter. Whether if you did an online shopping, and that's basically the flow chart of what we bring into you. Now I will explain Bankers as a business and us as the affiliate or the ambassador or the traction creator. So like I was saying, this decentralized banking concept is unique. We are early adopters and we are creating a wave because of the not just the no KYC. There's also a P2P here. And the P2P works exactly the way Binance works. You use the email to email. So there's no service fees. So Bankers has already created over 42,000 members. And these guys have tons of testimonials all over social media. So as much as we are adopting it fast, and we're putting in a huge ecosystem already outside the Latin American countries, which is about 11, 12 of them. We've already adopted about 17 to 19 countries. I will check again. It must be more by now. I myself has adopted many countries. So what is Bankers, the about us, or who are these guys, Bankers? They actually offering us a service. Okay, we the client, and they bring in a solution to us. So earning in the crypto space and being able to tap what you've already earned in increments that you need to spend. And the adoption here is from $1 with no service fees. So in many regions, the $1 has a lot of say in terms of their buying power. So let's look at this. We are a decentralized digital opportunity, and it's built over a decade of experience in blockchain technology and solutions, which is focused on decentralization. So, our purpose is to transform the way the world interacts with fiat in any currency, okay, any continent. So, combining the power of crypto assets with the ease and security of the way we do banking in terms of futuristic, how we operate our banking. So, for us who's already evolved into earning in crypto, this is a great solution. So, if somebody comes to you from a fiat world, they don't earn in crypto, you can politely say to them, this is not for you because it's for crypto earners. A fiat earner is not going to use this unless you use the opportunity as a gateway for something you are already building. If you are in the trade background, you can bring this to adoption that you are struggling with. You've got a clique of people and you want them in your business. This could be a point of entry. Student is here and they do experiential below the line media. He could facilitate this card through his funnel he's already working with. So let's look at the vision to become the leading global digital financial entity, integrating technology, simplicity, and innovation into a single opportunity. So, thus driving the mass adoption of crypto assets as a means of payment in the future. And then the mission. What can we talk about on the mission? To provide an accessible, secure, and decentralized financial solution to millions of people worldwide, making it easy to use, to manage, and to monetize. And this is where we come in because we're already earning in crypto, in altcoins or Bitcoin. And of course, now we say to monetize cryptocurrencies on a day to day experience. So, like I always say,
I go
this
take
is
care.
not
My
a
report is not here.
this is not a hook approach. This is a top of mind. There's no heavy lifting. Um, it's definitely based on experiential marketing. So let's look at the differences. What we are familiar with is in terms of differences on the dinosaur, the old school, we know what they are. For one, they're not paperless, even though they tried. So they still chop down millions of trees. They're also dependent on a third party. When you look at this banking facility, the banks cannot give you a tapping system. They've got to go via Visa, MasterCard, American Express. This is what's giving them the facility. So they will remain a broker, nothing uh, new in terms of evolution. And even though they've given us all that we have thus far, but over the years, we have now adopted a world of decentralization. So all bankers is doing, it's got a community because we are millions and millions of people. That sounded like Donald Trump. So taboo. Let me take that back. We've got a very big community using the decentralized ecosystem. And we're only enhancing it now to our community with the digital banking. So what can we say? There's a low and transparent fees, which is powered by blockchain technology. Instant transactions with no middleman. Okay, you integrated multi-currency wallets between fiat and cryptocurrency in one application. When we talk about one application, we must be mindful. URL, this is an internet URL. Okay. And in our world where we're coming from, if you're doing a blockchain project, we are coming from a Web3 URL, which is on the blockchain. So, what am I saying? This part of it is an internet URL. Okay, the app is an internet URL. There's a big difference when we say Web3 URL. I should put Web3, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So even though we are saying integrated multi-currency wallets, a lot of it remains on the blockchain, but you still go into the application the way you would to Binance, the way you would to Valor, Altcoin Trader, Luno. You're using an internet browser. Okay, so there's global access from countries with an internet, which is everywhere. This is a big help for people that's got kids abroad. Okay, getting their kids into an income stream for shopping and paying rent, etc., because they could use the email facility, P2P facility, or they could just send the funds uh, on a wallet thing. So there's always an opportunity for kids studying abroad to have a seamless, instant money sending. Then also, if you look at the expats, especially for Africa, it's not so easy for an expat to get a Visa card. Okay, why do we say so? Because you must have your KYC done, your physical address. It's also not so easy for people to get their KYC done. Because if you're a 10, I'm talking South Africa and many African countries, you need your KYC, and tenants or lessees, it's not so easy. So it's a huge game changer for the expat, for the kids studying abroad, and for people that just needs a visa to shop online. So many people with affordability that were liquidated, that don't have a visa and still loves to shop online. Now they can. Especially those are the guys that actually rerouted their life into the blockchain space because it was a game changer for many. Now, like I was saying, um, the defining line between traditional and decentralized banking, here we already know it's fast, it's paperless in terms of onboarding, so we're not chopping down the trees. And most importantly, its blockchain technology ensures security, traceability, and it is autonomous. So that's basically an overview of the way the business works. So now let's just look quickly what else does it offer. It offers fast onboarding. All you need is an email address, no KYC, which is an absolute game changer. 100% decentralized. You control your account, and there's no centralized entities. This word, we don't even have to use it anymore because I don't want to dig a hole for what already served us. They did a tremendous job. It's just that they did not evolve as fast as we are evolving, earning on the online space in crypto. So, from a physical card versus a card in your hand, a virtual card on your phone, you've got to activate your physical card. Once that is activated, you will use a PIN to create your virtual card. And at the moment, my son is using that QR code to buy lunch at school, tuck money. He taps at the school, and I'm holding the card. So even with this Visa card, I can get him one. How awesome is that? So use it in stores, ATMs, platforms worldwide, meaning your online shopping, Temu, Nike, etc., etc., McDonald's, with no restrictions. And the nice thing here is there's a strong affiliate side to the business. And you might not even be touching your daily earnings where you are building your existing projects, because this would be used in terms of bringing out your fiat into your Visa. We tap for everything we do, right? So how does the money part work on bankers? The custody remains decentralized, personal custody. So the user has 100% control of their crypto assets from any personal wallets or exchanges. And on the fiat side, the crypto assets are converted to fiat currency through a regulated process. And this regulated process is Visa card, it's CryptoLat, and it's you. Okay? Because it's not going to any broker entity. That's one of the ways. The other way is through the P2P, and that's regulated. So we're not going to go through any obstacles. I tell you, the KYC is a big game changer. So, in terms of bringing your crypto into your wallet, your deposit to the banker's wallet, the user voluntarily transfers their funds to their wallet with the banker's application, which is linked to CryptoLart as a bridge. So here we're going via that gateway. It's bridging our crypto into, because of that relationship with Visa. But CryptoLart cannot charge you anything. Okay, it's just a gateway, like a swapping mechanism. And the control remains entirely with the user. So, very similarly, in terms of use case, usability, same principle. It's you going via CryptoLart. The user voluntarily transfers their funds to the wallet within the banker's application. So, what does that mean? When you are storing your crypto assets in point A, and from point A, you bring it to your USDT wallet, and then we'll just put a little line here, and then you bring it to your top up wallet so that you can send it to Visa, or you're giving Visa permission to allow you to tap or go to an ATM and withdraw. So the point I'm making is between these three, in terms of what's next, no one touches your funds. Firstly, on the blockchain, between the first two wallets, it's on the blockchain. The top up system to create the use case, there is no auto ship here. There's no monthly fees. There's no fees at the ATM, meaning that no one would have access to your top up side of your wallet. There's nothing to bill you for. And even if there was, the coding is not done where somebody would tamper with your wallet. And a lot of it does remain on the blockchain. So now, how does this ecosystem work? We are creating this liquidity of 4%. So bankers own only a 4% fee is charged when reloading the card, of which 1% is dispersed, is distributed through the rewards program. Now, like I mentioned, there's no auto ship here. There's no monthly fee. There's no annual maintenance fee. There's no charges at the ATM or when you're doing your withdrawals, and even when you're swiping the card in store, there's no fees for that. So the 1% is distributed to the rewards program. And I'm going to go straight to that slide to show you how it's dispersed. Okay, so this 1% is coded that it would pay as such. On level 1, it will pay 0.285. Level 2, 0.43. Level 3, 0.285. This is the 1%. Now remember with this, we are creating the 1% again. Tom and Jerry is not sucking the air to bring a phantom reality to create the 1%. It's coming from the community. The donation is coming from the community. So there won't be any collapse in terms of the residual income. So let's explain this card top up rewards program. Each time a card is reloaded, by a user, Bankers rewards those in the referral network with 1% distributed across all three levels. And this ensures a residual income from active card usage. So, what else can we say? We can build a hedge fund, big or small. We can build an RA if we do it correctly first time round. And where does this all begin? The journey here starts from the sale of the card. This is a repeated income, residual income created from your foundation of the sale of the card. Now, the card sales generates the commission, and this commission is once off. There are two types of cards, the plastic and the metal. The metal offers you a 50K per day spend. The plastic offers you $2,500 per day. The card costs $45 for the plastic and $85 for the metal, and the shipping cost is $10. So let's say we work in with the $75. 10% goes to level 1, 15% to level 2, and 10% to level 3. But it all begins with the sale of the card. And if we are earning $35, $45 is going to the company. But I do know that a metal card is created by them. The plastic card is generated by Visa, as we know. Even if it's a FIFA Visa plastic card, Visa will create it. Okay, they will brand it for you. But when it is a metal card, when it is different from the norm, you are creating it and they drop the chip. So for all of that, a $40 income is not a thieving mindset. So on your 10%, because we're working with a stable coin, a static coin, your 10% here, $7.50. Your 15% is $11.25. And again, your 10%, $7.50. So I'm just going to reiterate the slide using this. So you'll see on level 1, the $7.50, right? And your level 2, the $11.25. So, and level 3, $7.50. If you build as wide as possible, because there's no capping, level 2 and 3 will take care of itself. So if you do the math on adding 750 times 5 per day and 1125 times 5 per day, okay, and multiply that by 30 days, you can forecast an income. Because 5 on your directs or 5 with 5 on your level 2 is quite substantial. But 10 on your level 2 at $11 over 30 days is even better. And of course, level 2 will create your income on level 3. So the way we're doing it is we're focusing on level 1 because level 2 and 3 is inevitable. So with that being said, thank you very much for your time. And we can open the floor. I can give the mic to Dr. Stephen. Over to you, Doc. I've just made you co-host.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Prima. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. I think, guys, at this point, I don't know if anyone have any question to ask, because Prima has really done justice on tonight's presentation. So if you have any question, can you put up your electronic hand so that we can quickly attend to it?
My hand is up.
All right. Sorry, just a second.
You can go ahead, Coppin.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. Go
okay,
ahead.
okay. Prima Dia, thank you so much for this explanation. This is my second time talking to you this morning and today again. I think I am getting much more clarity on how this functions. Knowledge is power, but again, if you don't understand, then you are in the dark. So let me just pose some questions to you just to confirm what I think you said, right? To be clear
Mhm.
on how this card works. Do you mind?
Not at all. Go ahead.
All right. First question. So with this card, there is no fiat coming in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So
It's
that's
outbound.
right. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what. So that's why it does not need Visa to approve it because there's no fiat coming in. It's
No.
not acting like when you go to a merchant and you're using a credit card where you borrow money to pay your bills or to pay for the transaction. That's basically how I'm hearing how this card work.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
It's
Good.
not an outbound. It's not an inbound. It's you taking your crypto
Right.
that you're already earning and
Right.
injecting it into your economy.
Right. Right. And for that reason, you don't need Visa to approve that because it's your money you're using. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got that. Now, you mentioned crypto lot. I did not know about that. So that's the bridge that allows this transaction to happen without using a bank, so to speak. Correct?
Yeah, but a bank don't bridge at all
Okay.
because a bank is working with fiat to fiat,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm. So crypto.
So a bank never bridges. A bank is a broker.
Right.
We need crypto to go via crypto lot to
Hmm.
bridge. It's like swapping ERC to TRC.
Right. So this
You
is what.
need a bridge.
Right. So this is
Hmm.
what. So crypto lot is a bridge.
Yes.
Absolute. Okay, got that. Okay. Another question. Um, so now, as it relates to the app, the reason why Visa does not need to approve this app again is because it is it's not a Web3 app; it's an internet app. Basically, you're saying.
Even if it was a Web3 app, Visa don't need to approve it because Visa is looking for clients from the crypto. So bankers is one of their clients. From an
Mm.
approval perspective, it is approved because I did not once say Visa did not approve us. I said we do not need to be approved by Treasury or FSP because we are not doing money laundering, exporting the fiat into a crypto world, which is already happening. Every time you buy crypto, you de-dollarizing your fiat for your economy. So in this case, it's not that Visa hasn't approved us. They've got a direct relationship with bankers. You apply for those licenses and permits. Visa is in over 200 countries. So maybe I must re-explain with another question from you. But it does. It's not a case of bankers is not approved by Visa. Visa
Oh,
has a relationship with bankers,
and that.
like they do with FIFA. They,
Right.
they have a relationship with FIFA because during that period, FIFA is branding a card and Visa is putting a chip in that card.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you call
Yeah.
that? What do you call that relationship that you just explained to me? So just for my knowledge, what do you call that? It's a license that you're getting to do that, or what is it called?
No, no, I would say it's a liquidity relationship. They're providing liquidity bankers.
All right. Right. So there's an agreement between both of them then, basically, for that to happen. Obviously.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Bankers got many licenses, and they refer to it as a piece of paper because even the licenses can be broken.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. I think based on the way this card works now, I'm much clearer than when I was talking to you this morning because
All right.
I was thinking that
No,
you would
no
need
problem.
you would need
No problem.
an approval or license because the card was acting like a broker, which is not.
No, it's not.
Awesome. Awesome. I
No,
got
it's
it.
not.
I got
It
it.
is a Visa card.
Right.
It
Right.
is a Visa
Right.
card, and it's created a footprint through the economy of bankers.
Mm-hmm.
Just the very same way Barclays Bank has done it, or
Mm-hmm.
RMB.
Mm-hmm.
The same way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think I answered you. We've
Yeah.
got Mervyn that raised his
Thank you.
hand,
Thank you so
and I
much.
know Doc wanna. You're welcome. I know Doc wanna say something as well. Can we
All right.
open Mervyn's mic? Merv B. Doc,
Okay.
or anything? No,
Yeah.
go ahead first. Go ahead, Doc. There's something you wanna
All right.
say.
Yeah. Thank you, Prima, for that wonderful response to something I want to draw to our attention here because we are dealing with the financial institutions of the world. And if there's anywhere, you have top secrets is within the financial institutions. Just like Copen said, you can call Visa and Visa tells you who is working with and who is not working with. I don't think that exists because even, for example, you can be working with maybe banking with Barclays. I can't call Barclays and say, I want to know if you are, the bankers of Coping. They will have no answer for me because one, I'm not coming from any legal, or legal authorization to have access to that kind of information. That's why you see they don't even they are top partners. That's more or less an exclusivity for business partners because it's top secret. So when we start asking those things, for somebody to print, the name of the visa on their cards and it's going across countries all around the world, is beyond what one can call visa for visa to give you that kind of information or devote that kind of information. It's a breach of contract, and nobody does that. So
I
I
got
need us to understand that aspect.
I got you. I don't agree
Yeah.
with you. I don't agree with you, but that's fine.
Yeah. So well, but it's relatable when you go even like you work for your very banking institution and you start asking information of the client of that bank. Nobody will share that information with you unless you go through the legal process where they can tender why and what. I want us to understand that. So those information, just like you calling, you can call. I think we have Binance having a MasterCard. Call and hear if they will tell you they have partnership with Binance. Nobody's going to share that with you. So we need to understand that. All right, let's take the next person for his question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc. Over to you, Merv B. Oh, and
Yeah,
Charles, ready? Charles, we
good,
must hear from you. Go ahead, Merv.
good afternoon, and thanks for the information you shared. It's very informative. It's my fifth time coming on the presentation, but not with you, and it's the best understanding I really get about the card. So my question to you today is, I keep hearing that the card is decentralized, and my understanding of decentralized is, you do not use an email. For me, my understanding of decentralized that you don't use an email address or a password, and I realize this card you got to use a password and an email address.
Okay, I
Could
got
you
you.
break?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. So I'm very, very clear because I come from the blockchain space. This is an internet URL, Mark. This is an
Okay.
internet URL. Okay,
Okay.
internet URL. And we are working with, we hate internet URL. That is why Ethereum was born, to create where not one owner owns the internet. The birth of Ethereum was specifically to create a gateway where there's not one owner. So I'm making it very clear to you unapologetically. This is an internet facility. It's an API, as you can see. It's got an API. So for this, we don't need any brain surgery because it's blatant. It's staring us here. This is not a blockchain facility. This API is not a blockchain facility. It's the way you would run your Binance app, your Vala app, your Luno app. It's running on a URL, internet-based. Big, big, big difference. Where is the blockchain part of it? The blockchain part is on your USDT. It's still sitting in the ledger. The moment you top up, it becomes a URL facility. And we must be mindful. When you work with an internet URL, it's not like I would say it only stops when the electricity stops on the planet. So I'm saying what I'm saying unapologetically. This is an internet URL. That's why if you have funds in a wallet, do not bring your Maserati money here. It's not good advice. Even if you enjoy earning from the top up, do not encourage your members to bring $10,000 and they're spending $3 for bread and milk. I say it daily. If you are spending $10 and you've got all your crypto in your various wallets and you need to spend $3, transfer $3. And from your $3 wallet, which is USDT, which is still on the ledger, you top up with $3. I hope that answers. There's nothing blockchain here on the facility, but your wallet is still a blockchain wallet.
Very clear.
Okay. Yes, I understand that clearly. That makes sense. So you're saying that when we get the card, we must not try to put all our money over there at once?
No, you don't hodler here. This is a solution. It's a solution. If you're sitting with $1 million of hedge fund, are you going to put it in your bank or are you going to leave it where you've got it? In your hedge fund. However, if you're buying a property for $1 million, you would need to move it to your banking facility. It's the same principle. I always say, know the rules, because when you break the rules, understand the consequences. For me,
yes.
I will not encourage anyone, and I say it openly, do not think this is where you hodler. I don't even know why people keep their funds in Trust Wallet. It makes no sense. There's so many airdrops and memes that attract sweepers. So, yeah. Anyway.
So we keep the money on a cold storage and you transfer it to the card when you need it. That's what you're saying?
100%. So if you need to buy a car for $50,000, then you put your $50,000. But if you need to buy bread and milk under $10, you put your $7 to buy your bread and milk. Because it's instant, wallet to wallet on the blockchain, instant withdrawal from where you're keeping your crypto to where you are topping up. You've got like a vault, which is a USDT wallet, and you would bring your funds there. If you're spending $100, bring $100.
Makes sense. Appreciate you so much for your explanation. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem.
Absolutely.
Over to Charles.
Yeah. Thank you, Bro, and thanks for the commentary that we've got from the various Sir Coppin, Mervyn, Dr. Seko. I mean, it's really very educational to understand. So here's my defining of the situation and of what's been presented. So one, we've got bankers, so they've appeared, but we've got some diligence on them that they are with Benamex and they are linked to the Citigroup, and they've been around for more than 10 years. So if you do your Google, you do your checks, and so they've been around, so, and especially around the South American states, they've got some traction there, and obviously they also leaps and bounds ahead in terms of crypto management and crypto funding and crypto spending. So there's a nice start. So what Alejandro and the wanted wants is a global step up, right? And obviously they were looking for people who could create traction. So they introduced us to Prema. Prema had to do the due diligence of whether this is workable in our stance, because she doesn't normally get involved in either networks or centralized functions. But there's an opportunity there where they're getting us to use the utility or the transactive card for spending purposes. And you and I, we've got crypto. I've got crypto in my trust wallet. As you said, yeah, it's idling there as well. But it's there. It's in my SafePal. It's in my trust wallet. Some is in Binance. But the question is, I still got to do transactions, network, commission costs, all of those things before I can get most of it out of there. But here's an opportunity to have a card in your pocket, top it up only when we require it, and spend, right? But they've introduced a lovely reward system, a two-phase reward system. One, you get a commission when you get people to purchase a card, right? Just purchase a card, right? And then you got one where you top up, and then 1% comes back to the community on 3 levels. It's just brilliant, right? And as Roy mentioned a few nights ago, we're creating our own little bank. Same as a central bank, same as a credit card bank. They just take money out of us every time we either spend or every time we top up or every transaction that moves. Now, we are, just for the sake of moving numbers, bringing more people into the community for a genuinely fantastic opportunity of spending their crypto, we are getting rewarded. So you've got to see it from those 3 avenues. One, we've got a utility card that's just been introduced by bankers. And if we're going to be the adopters of it, the early adopters, brilliant, because it allows us an opportunity to spend. Then 2, they're offering us a reward system on a 2-based system. 1, commission on pure referral sales. 2, and every time somebody tops up, we get 1% of that feed over 3 levels. Now I'm saying it's a brilliant, innovative concept in a world where the current transactive cards are linked to KYC, red dot, pink dot, whatever you call it. I did some Googling to find out, hang on, there are other cards that exist, but KYC exists. But the other day, somebody mentioned it's so easy now for people that don't have banking facilities, no addresses, etc., but need to port money from wherever they are working to the families in the middle of Africa or in Europe, or somebody who's on an educational stint overseas. But there's an opportunity for us now. We've got something that is absolutely giving us that flexibility of making things happen instantly, right? Because right now, they bridge it in such a way that it's almost instantly. But if you have to wire money through different banks, you know the waiting time, right? And that's purely hodling the money just so that they can have more interest over there, longer period they hold it. So I love what's happening at the moment. Yes, we have to ask all these questions. I'm happy that Mervyn asked some poignant questions about that, because we need to understand exactly whether this is centralized control or whether it's decentralized control. In terms of crypto, it's all decentralized. It's on the blockchain. Your USDT becomes registered on the block, and so you'll see your movements through your wallets exactly the way it is. Therefore, it is not a fiat control card. It's a crypto control card. Yeah, so I mean, that's why I see it. And hopefully that's the way it evolves. And yeah, Prema, thank you so much. I learn every time. And thanks to the guys that make commentary. I also try and digest as much as I can so that I know what we are talking about, so that when we do go out to people and tell them, listen, we've got a genuinely fantastic product that people should take opportunity and start to use it on a more regular basis. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. That was wonderful. And to contribute to what you were saying, I agree with Mervyn. That is why I don't follow the PDF. I say it in our words because we're coming from the blockchain. I say on purpose there's an internet URL because people who don't know, they will say, this is decentralized. You know why it's decentralized? Because we're working with an outbound crypto. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you very, very, very much, guys. Coach Hiron sent his earlier apologies. If it's okay with the guys, we can open Coach's mic. Coach, can you missed the presentation, but you know what we covered. We've got two new guests. Well, we've got a few new guests, but Merv asked a very valid question. I don't know if you want to say a few words. If not, we can close the call. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Prima. Thank you. Of course, I apologize for missing the main presentation, but I know you've done an amazing job already without even hearing it, which I have faith in every one of us here. I can see my good friend here actually, who's also a very good friend of mine, Sarkopin. So I haven't spoken to him for a long time. So he's an amazing gentleman from US. I'm so glad that he's here. I haven't even had a chance to even reach out to him, but he's here. This is one of the things I would say. Just add to what I know that we are maybe stalling in sharing with others, but can you imagine this now? Sir Copin is a good friend of mine, but I did not reach out to him. Whoever has reached out to him is, as a result of that, he is here. But I have now missed out on inviting him. So it's a good lesson to actually learn from here. Okay, because what we have ultimately done is you need to let anyone and everyone know in your contacts so that you don't miss out on an opportunity to share it. But the fact that he's here in the community, that is good enough in itself. But when it comes to the actual fact, already Charles has already mentioned a few things there. But it's very liberating to know that you can spend your money in the way that you wish to spend it without any hindrance, without any questions being asked. And I think that's a very liberating feeling. And the other thing as well, from what I know so far, is that it's really helping the unbankables become bankable. That's also been mentioned already. But the main thing here for me is the fact that this is a very much of a simplicity is the hardest thing to achieve. And what Alejandro and his team and the whole bankers team community has done is achieved a very simple service, no nonsense, simple service that allows people to do something where without having to, we know exactly where we stand. We know this 4% charge. There's no others. So there is of course the element of no surprises, hidden fees are there. And there also, if you're looking at the other aspect of it as well, is that the fact that you have a very much of a standalone service that can go with anyone and everyone, whether it's B2B, B2C, anyone and everyone actually needs this service. So we know there's a need, there is a demand, and I don't know very many people have heard of this so far. So it is down to us to be able to share that with anyone and everyone. So thank you so much for allowing me to speak. Over to you, Prima, for closing the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. That was well said. And, Sir Coppin, believe it or not, he also said that he met with me twice in a private meeting. So, yes, of course, it's about reaching out. That's why I say go as wide as possible. And I'm so happy that Dr. Stephen reached out to Sir Coppin. And with that, guys, bring your community. For me, the card must be in our hand. We've already done a white label, which is delivered. My guy in the USA, Brian Johnson, he ordered his on a Monday, the 7th we started. Remember, if I say we started on the 7th, it took me 2 months to go through the liquidity, to go through so many things. The most important thing was the gateway between crypto and Visa. That was the most important thing from where I was sitting. But Brian ordered his card on Monday like I did. And Wednesday he had the card. Thursday my time, because he's also in the USA. He's in Texas. And by Saturday, he was at the hardware store. He was so excited. He's tapping his earnings. And he said it works like the charm. So I did post it in the group from a testimonial perspective. And like I was saying earlier, there's so many testimonies out there. But I would like our testimonies, and you would prefer your testimonies to not look like it came from Mars. We want it to be within our ecosystem. So the first step is to have our card in the hand. Sir Coppen raised his hand, and then we can get the mic to Dr. Seko, Stephen, to close the call. Over to you, Sir Coppen. You've got another question?
No, another question. Again, I really appreciate Dr. Seiko for allowing me again to be in this session this morning. I was with you and I asked a few questions and I came back again to get them cleared up. So you mentioned this morning that for like a distribution in the US. Listen, now that I have clarity on how this darn card work, I have no problem promote it. I don't do anything until I do 100% due diligence. Any program that I do, I always do that before I give it to people, because I know I need to know that what I am giving people, that it is correct and something doesn't happen in the end and I get blamed for that. So I am 100% clear now on how this card works. So if you want someone to be a distribution center in the US, here I am. Thank you again.
Awesome. Where are you, Sir Coppen?
I am in New Jersey, next to New York.
In where?
New Jersey.
New York. Okay.
Yeah.
New Jersey. Okay. Okay. So once you've ordered, we can start it with. I'm waiting for hours to be delivered. Remember, it's a 3-week turnaround with the $10 DHL cost. It takes 3 weeks. So with this drop shipping that I've arranged for our community, we were hoping within 3 to 5 days. If I can just show you something quickly, let me just share this so it's in real time. I will just search Roy. I want you to look at it in real time, so I can explain something else at the same time. Yeah, okay, yes, this picture. Sorry we're taking longer today, but it's good for you to see this. Okay, so here, my screen is sharing, right? And you can see I'm opening this message. So I had my guys in Trini phone DHL, in Tobago, sorry, phone DHL, okay, to track this particular parcel. And you can see here now, left on the 20th of August, the shipping. This is a white label order, and it'll be there on the 25th. And they are also down south, because if you look here, it's coming from Mexico City, right? And these are metal cards. They were created in Cincinnati, the hub there, Ohio, USA. And it's going to Tobago because they ordered white label from me. So if it's saying the 25th, and we know it's a 3 to 4 day courier service, this I sent to Roy earlier, because I specifically got the recipient to track it. Even though I got the information, the label from the company, I still had it tracked by the recipient phoning DHL with that courier label number. So can you see it's taken 5 days for delivery. And it says on the express delivery. Now let's look at South Africa. If it comes to our gateway, okay, can I use my whiteboard? It's easier for me. I want to show you something, my logic or rationale around this part. Because when people ask for the cards, at least we must know, be on top of our game, because we don't want to mislead anyone. For me, I call a spade a spade. So let's see here. Okay. And this Alejandro was speaking to me about last night, or this morning, 1 o'clock, his last night. So let's look at this. If it's coming to SA, remember our people ordered in Namibia, Botswana, Swaziland, South Africa, where else? All the SADC region, okay? And then Dr. Stephen in Nigeria also ordered for his guys in Germany, London, etc. So let's just look at South Africa. If it comes to our gateway, and for me, I did not want, a doctor said to me, Prema, why don't you just say documents? And I said, I'm not prepared to do that. It must say what it is so that we can facilitate any gateway customs right in the beginning. So if we send it to South Africa, we know it's express. Now, if there's a document missing, Alejandro and them can sort that out based on our customs. So for us, we did put on the card, how do you say, card without value or something like that. I will read the label again. Card with no value, I think it says, with no value. And if customs stops it, let them stop it. Because for me, creating a good engine for it to run smoothly. I'm so lost with words, sorry. For a supply demand to work smoothly is way better than doing damage control. So I personally reduced the order for the people that wanted 300, 500, and 50 and all above hundreds. I made it all 15 across the board so that we can go through the gateway experience. Now, this is South Africa. Now, look at Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, we just found out my morning, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., DHL's express to Zimbabwe on their customs, not being stopped by customs, but going through customs. Their DHL Express is, believe it or not, 9 days. And the guys in Zimbabwe don't know this. Who did the homework? Alejandro and I with DHL. He came back with the feedback. Can you believe, Prema? A 9 days express. I'm paying for express, but it will take 9 days. That's a thing between DHL and Zimbabwe. Then another thing that will cause delay. In South Africa, we work with the postal code system. And if I tell you there were 600 cards ordered. So already the delivery address is not captured accordingly with the Weibull requirement. And for that particular purpose, it will be great to create our own hub and spoke system. So, Sir Coppen, with pleasure, there isn't somebody from our tribe in New York, no problem. We can arrange that with Dr. Siko and we can move forward. So I spoke a lot today. Thank you for being on the call. I don't know if Ramon wants to. Yes, go ahead, Doc.
Wow. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Prima, for everything. Your patience. You have been with us this morning till now. Sometimes when I look at the energy you demonstrate, it's not honoring by God's grace. Thank you so much for your passion. Thank you for, ensuring that we are all, every one of us, God will learn every day. And, just like my brother Kopin has said, it's somebody that is passionate. When he heard when we're talking about this card in our community, he was really concerned and he called everybody that he wanted to like, okay, let's go private, discuss about this card. But our boss there said no. We always like everything to come to the bed. Tell us your views, your concern, and then we'll take it off. And he said it everything. And we told everybody, good and fine. We need to go back to our team and meet the right people. Let's discuss this thing so that everyone will gain understanding. And thank God for Coping's understanding. We are going back to the team to let everybody know that, see, we did not go on speculative findings. We went to have in-depth, and I so much appreciate Coping for his, patience and his persistence to ensure that we get the right information. And thank God you could hear what he was saying today. I want to appreciate everyone on this call tonight. I believe that we are going to do more because one, we have not started yet. What we want to do with this, cards. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I celebrate you. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you and good night, everyone. Let's enjoy the rest of our day. Good
Good
I
night.
night.
love you
Good
too,
night.
Dr. Stephen, a lot. Thank
Good
you,
night.
guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, Charlie, Dr. Hiran,
Welcome. Good night.
Sir Copper, and Merv. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.